Hello everyone, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
So today we will first go for revision of week 4 and then we will discuss mock test for quiz 2. Okay. Let me just yeah. Four. Okay, so in week 4 we are basically talking about the association between the variable. Okay. So first we will take two categorical variables. There can be three cases mainly, two categorical variables, two numerical variables, and last one is one of them is categorical and one is numerical. Okay, so we will start with two categorical variable first. Okay, suppose you have I have collected data. Okay, I have went to some say university and I have collected the data from some students. Okay, and one thing is in which year they study, whether are they in first year, second year, or third year, and whether they own a, let's say, credit card. So they can either answer yes or no. So I have collected this data for a number of students. Okay, and I have tabulated that data. So as you can see that their year of study is a categorical variable. Either they can be in first year, second year, or let's say final year. And so this is our first variable. And second variable is whether they own a credit card or not. So it is also a categorical variable. They can either answer yes or they can answer no. Okay. So I have just plotted this in the tabulated form. You can answer yes, you can answer no. They're in first year, second year, and final year. Yeah. So I'm just taking some random values. Let's just say this. Okay, so from all the data which I have collected from total of 300 students, and I have obtained this data. Okay, so for first year students, how can I tell how many are the first year students? I will just go through this column, sum it, and I will get total 100 students. Similarly, second year also 100, and third year also 100 students, right? Now next is how many of them own a credit card. So it will be the sum of this row. This row tells us how many have said yes to the credit card question. Okay. So it will be 130 students and it's 170. Okay. So this is my, you can say, row total. And this is my column total. And this value here, this value is my grand total. Like how many number of students I have taken into my data. So you can see that row total is always same as column total. Like adding these three, you will get 300, and adding these two, you will again get 300. All right. Okay. So now our aim is to find the association. Like, is there association between the year of study and owning a credit card? Like, is it somewhat like final year student prefer more to have credit card, or first year student prefer less, something like that? So for such things, we have mainly two ways. So first is, you can say, row relative frequency. Okay. So row relative frequency is basically that observation. Okay. Suppose this is my table. I have these three observation over here, these three in the next row. So in this row, the row relative frequency for this observation, this will be the observation, let's say x, divided by sum of these three, let's say t. If this is y, then the row relative frequency for this is y by t, and for this it's z by t. Okay, so let's come here. Here the first is 20. So row relative frequency will be 20 divided by 130. Next is 40 divided by 130, and 70 divided by 130. Similarly, for the second row, it will be 80 divided by that 170, then 60 divided by 170, and 30 divided by 170. And also for our column totals, it will be 100 divided by the total of this is 300, 300, and 300. Okay. So from, if the row relative frequency is similar for all the rows, then we say that there is no association. Okay. Right, it is similar, then no association. Okay, we will come to it. Why is it? Okay.
Sir, similar or equal?
They will, very rare case that they will be exactly equal. So if, let's say, let's assume, okay, suppose my this first observation over here, this is say 59.5, okay, and this is somewhat 60%. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I can also say that yeah, they are similar. So yeah, you can take them as equal mostly. There will be very rare case that both will be 60 or both will be 59.4, 59.4. Okay. So we usually use the term similar for this.
In decimal, it should vary in decimal only, right?
Yeah, not decimal. It could be like 60 or 60.2 or 59.8. I can still say that yeah, they are very close, right?
Within one, it should be difference within one.
It is very subjective
How
opinion.
how to decide in the question?
In the question, okay,
No association or it has the association. We have to answer na exactly on the basis of that. If the difference is very less or difference is more, where is the benchmark?
okay, okay. So it's, yeah, you can mainly take that it don't vary more than one. You can take that as like if it's 59.1, 59.9, I can still say that they are similar.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, we can consider also if the total is suppose 1 lakh and difference is 5, then it is similar. If the total is 50 and difference is 0.01, then it is also comparative decision can be taken, right? Nasa?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, everyone has different opinion on
It
this.
will depend on the total, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so we have obtained row relative frequencies for this row. It's this observation, this observation, this and this. Okay, this and this. All right. So if I can see that all my row relative frequency over here, so say first one is 2 by 13, next one is 4 by 13, so 7 by 13, and here it's 8 by 17, 6 by 17, and 3 by 17. Okay, so as I can see, it will be what will be the value? Okay, let's just compute that a bit. divided by 13. So it's somewhat around 0.15. All right. And it's somewhat around 0.47. Okay. Then it will be somewhat 0.30. And it will be around 0.35. And it will be again somewhat around, I think, greater than, let's assume this. Let's 0.18, you can say, approximately. So you can see that here my values are 0.15, 0.30, and point. But here, in place of 0.15, it's 0.47. There is a big difference. Here also a big difference. So I can see that my row relative frequencies are not similar. So I will say that yes, there is an association. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so by association, I mean that the year of study decides the factor whether you own a credit card or not. Even if you look at data, as you reach final year, 70% of the student, right? Total 100 students studying in final year, 70% owning a credit card. Whether in first, it's only 20% owning a credit card. So as you can see that if you're in first year, there is less chance you will own a credit card. And if you are in final year, there will be greater chance that you own a credit card. So there is an association between the year of study and owning a credit card. Okay. Yeah.
Or to conclude this, you did column frequencies, right? Column
I did row
frequencies.
relative frequencies. Well, you
Sir,
can also do
no,
column
sir.
relative.
When you said that 20% and 80% and 70% and
Yeah, for
30%,
that
that
I
was
did column relatives.
yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so you can also do by column relative. For column relative, okay, what you will have to do is just erase it a bit.
So one query:
Yeah.
can there be a possibility that column relative frequencies are matching, but row relative frequencies are not matching?
No, they won't be possible in any case.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So for column relative, what you do is you do the column total. I'm considering my first column. This is say observation X and Y. So column relative frequency for this will be X by T, and for this it will be Y by T. So similarly, you can do this data by column relative frequency. Okay. And you will still find that there is an association. Okay, let's move to the second thing.
How we decided the association?
I can see that, see here my row relative frequencies for first row are this, right? For second row are this. So these two are not similar, right? Like first is 0.15, but here it's 0.47. Here it's 0.55, but here it's 0.18. They are not similar. So I can say that these are not similar. So there is an association between the two variables.
So in when we are doing a column relative frequency,
Yeah.
then we'll compare 0.2 versus 0.4 versus 0.7 as compared to the row relative in which we've actually compared the columns.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, is it possible that row relative frequency are similar, but column frequency
No, it
are
won't
not?
be possible.
It will not
never
be possible. Okay.
So what figure will say that there is no association? What sort of frequency will say there is no association?
Okay, well, suppose I take all of them as 50. Then for each, I will have row relative frequencies as point, also not 0.5, 150, 0.33 for each. And for second row also. So you can see that row relative frequencies are similar for first row and second row. So then I will say there is no association.
Achha. So the more the difference, then there is the association.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any statement for similarity between the column related frequencies?
Statements kind of like,
You have summarized it. If these ratios are different, then there is an association. with regard to row relative frequencies, right?
Yeah. Okay. So let's just
Now,
do this
how do you
data.
handle that? Suppose there is a difference in the column related frequencies. Okay, before that one, the row related frequencies, what is the summary you are telling? Ownership of the credit card between years have association. That's the summary statement, is it?
Yeah, there is an association if you are studying in first year, second year, final year,
Now
it
let's
depends.
really step into the column related frequencies. Suppose we
Okay.
are having a different column relative frequencies. We are
Mhm.
going to tell that one, all the students, there is an association of.
Then again, statement will be the same, because if row
Uh-huh.
relative frequency are not similar column, there are just two different ways to do it.
But the summary is same. Final
Yeah,
summary is same.
final conclusion is same. Okay.
It can be either way. We can see that one, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Let me just clear it a bit. 20, 40, 70, 80, 60, and 30. Okay. Yes and no. First year, second year, and final year. Okay, so you may also see some questions like this. This is my column total. This is my row total. And here it's my grand total. Okay. So you may also ask some question like how many students on a credit card given that they are studying in the second year. Okay. How many students of second year on a credit card?
40.
40%.
Yeah, so you have to just consider that to second year owning a credit card this. So total is this. So 40 by 100. You are asking percentage. So it's 40%. Okay. Okay. And another statement you may say is how much percentage of people who don't own a credit card are in the final year. You know that they don't own a credit card.
30%.
30 by 170.
30 by 170.
Yeah, 30 by 170. Okay, because yeah, so here it's given that don't own a credit card and are in final year. So you first have to look how many don't own a credit card, and over there in final year are this. So 30 by 170 times 100%, whatever the value. Okay, so yeah, these two types
Sir,
of questions. Yeah.
Sir, in this case, suppose we are getting row relative frequencies same for first year and second year, but not for final year. In that case, can we say that first year
Mhm.
is associated with second is not associated with second year?
Yeah, if you're breaking it, then you can say, but in general, you will say that the variable year of study and credit card amount are associated. Okay, but in general, but if you break the data till here, then you can say that these are not.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So
in this question, why it is 30 upon 170?
okay, because I want to know the percentage of students who do not own a credit card, right? So first I have to
Yes,
look the people who don't own a credit card. So this row, and then I have to find R in final year. So R in final year is this value, right? So it's 30. If my question is percentage of students who are in final year and don't own a credit card, then I will look at this row and then 30 by 100. So you just have to read the question statement
So
carefully.
this table is an association, right?
Yeah, there is an association.
Sir, could you once more explain the associativity between these variables? Like what are the conditions and all?
Condition is that row relative frequencies, if they are not similar or column relative frequencies are not similar, then there will be an association.
Similar as in not equal.
Not exactly equal. Suppose it's 0.59, 0.582, then you can say that they are more likely approximately equal like that. So
they are not associated.
yeah. Okay, let's move to the second
Sir,
thing
we
is,
check, sir, in the previous slide, we checked from 0.15 to 0.45, 0.5
yeah. So there's a
to
difference between
versus
0.15 and
0.35.
0.45.
You have to check these two, not 0.15, 0.30, right?
Yeah. Okay. Because you are comparing flow center. Okay, next way is the stacked bar chart you can do. Okay, stacked bar chart where let's say some frequency, let's say percentage, it's 100% stacked bar chart. Let's consider this. This is my first year. This is my second year. And this is my third year. Okay. First, second, and final. Okay. So in first year, let's say this much. I am denoting this much means on a credit card. Second year, let's say this much. Final year, let's say this much. And the graph is in percentage. It's 100%. Let's say this is 20%. This is some, let's say 40%, 90%. Okay. So suppose this graph kind of thing is given to you. So you can directly see this means on a credit card. So you can see in first year only 20% on a credit card. In second year 40%, and in third year 90%. So you can see there is a significant difference between the graphs, right? Between the percentages of people owning a credit card. So by looking at stacked bar chart, I can also tell whether there is an association or not. And suppose if they are more likely equal, more or less equal. So in this case, you can see that all the three are more or less same. So I can see that there is no association. Okay, but in previous case, I said there was an association because there was significant difference between the three.
By viewing the graph, we can decide and give the answer.
Yeah, if you are given graph, you can also.
Okay. There is no need to calculate exact values and compare like that, right?
Yeah, you may see some. You may have seen such question in mock, maybe also.
Yeah, it was there, sir. But I was confusing whether it is I'm correct or not. The question I answered correctly, but not sure that this is the way or not.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, that can you like tell that literally because I have little bit network which that's why I'm not like you are not audible to me. That how will you how from that gap we will get no association and association.
So see there. Okay, so here you see that this denotes that owns a credit card. Okay, so my graph is like 100% stack bar chart. So from here you can see that somewhere around more or less around 40% of first year students on a credit card, right? Here also 40% student on a credit card, and here also more or less 40. So there is no difference between the percentage of people students.
Okay.
So
Means
I can
they are all in same level, right, sir?
Yeah, more or
like,
less same level. Yeah. But
sir,
suppose if
how will you compare? Like how much level? Like if let's say one is little bit up and one is little bit
if
down.
the difference is very small, not significant, then you can say that okay, it's fine. It's
Means
no
means
association.
what is the significant? That also thing matter, na? Like it will be around 2%. Yeah.
No, you won't be seeing such question. You will see question either because from graph you cannot tell that, because these are like very subjective opinion. Some might say that 5% is less, some might say no, 2% is less. Okay, so whenever you will see such question, you will see
depend on the context also. What matter
Yeah.
actually we are calculating, whether we are calculating gold or whether we are calculating some other things, right now.
you will see, yeah, if the question appears, you will see the major significant difference or not. It will be only two cases.
Okay.
So, excuse me, sir.
Next
Excuse me.
is
So, furthermore, like if one of the row frequencies or the column frequencies, there is in just one of the cases, if the relative frequencies are similar, it just means that for that one case, there is an equal chance of both happening, right? For
Yeah.
it to be disassociated, like it should, all cases should be similar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt regarding this, like the association part. So there is a question in the practice, like the mock test for.
We will get back to that after the completion of this. Okay.
But it is related to association only, so I thought we could. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we will go through mock also after this.
Okay.
Just finish it. So two numerical variables, what you can do is you can plot a scatter plot. That's one way. Scatter plot just gives you an idea. It don't tell you the exact thing, but it just gives you a brief idea. Okay. So suppose I'm some plotting y variable, x variable, and my scatter plot is somewhat like that. Okay. So as I can see that it's going in the upper direction. As x is increasing, y is also increasing, right? And also my dots are very less scattered. Okay. So in such cases, I can say that the variable x and y are highly correlated, somewhat and positively correlated. Okay. Positive, and you can say strong relation between the two. And just consider another case. Okay, suppose they are going in upward direction also, but this time a bit scattered than the previous one, right? So here also I can say that yes, they are, you can see that they are going in positive direction. They are positively related to each other. X is increasing, y is increasing, but the relation is not that strong. There is some variability. Variation is high, I can say. Is high as compared to the previous one. I can say that variation is high. Similarly, if the graph goes in the negative direction, say it like this. So here you can see as x is increasing, y is decreasing, right? So here I will say that there is a negative relation between the two. And it is also strong because the points are very less scattered. If they are scattered a bit, then I will say that they are negatively related to each other, but the relationship is not that strong. And another case is, yeah, so far we have seen that they are going around a straight line, but it is possible that it may go around like this also. So I can say that they have some curvilinear relation, not exactly linear, not linear, but it's going somewhat like that. Okay. So scatter plot just gives you an idea about how the two variables x and y are related to each other. But to calculate them, you mostly have to compute the covariance correlation.
Sir, what will be the correlation of that curvy, just the structure you have shown right now?
Correlation basically tells you about the linear association only. Okay, for curvilinear, you cannot use correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient tells you only how the two are linearly associated. Okay.
Okay,
So for
so
the linear,
that
we
will have
have
very low correlation.
correlation. Yeah.
Okay.
So correlation, yeah. You will study that in stats too, maybe, how to handle those.
If suppose there is a correlation of +1, then
Yeah.
can we say that all the points lie on the straight line y equal to x?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to the covariance first. Covariance can also be, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. But before we move to covariance, I had a doubt that there is two terms, small r and capital R.
Yeah, it's after that thing, correlation thing.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. So, and yeah, those are just for give you an idea. There are no such theoretical part of that. We will cover that in stats too also.
So we don't need to worry about small r and capital R.
Yeah, capital R is basically coefficient of determination. It's not in your syllabus for now. Determination. Okay. You will study in stats too, maybe.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ma'am has just taught you to use Google Sheet to do that only, right?
Yes, as capital R was found using Google Sheets.
Yeah, there is no such theoretical. Suppose you have data x and y, n observations in each of them. So the sample covariance you find is you take the deviation of x from the mean, deviation of y from its mean, and product of two. You will get the covariance. For population covariance. You just divide by n. There is only one difference. Or the only difference between the two is n minus 1. Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So why this in sample we take n-1 and why in population we take n?
There is something about inferences. You will study in stats too only. For now, you just have to remember that. Okay.
Sir, if in the question it is not mentioned, we have to use sample or population, then which we will take? Either we will take sample or population.
It will be mentioned. Okay.
Okay,
And
sir.
if it's asking some questions like
depends on context.
So we can also guess from the question, like if the question is asking, it is not mentioned in the question for population or sample, but if the question is suggesting that it is regarding the sample, suppose out of 250 university.
yeah, such things are mainly in stats too, but in stats one it will be always mentioned whether you have to compute sample or population.
Okay, so thank you.
And if there's some statement question, like if you are said that covariance x comma y is greater than, or let's say equal to 0, okay, then you have given 4 options around them. Then in that case you can take any, either sample or population. It's just general for theoretical questions.
That time we can take n, like either we can take sample or population.
Yeah, but whenever you have to compute, you will be mentioned whether you have to compute sample or population.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so the only problem in covariance is, suppose I have the data first in x is measured in kilometer and y is measured in liter. So the unit of covariance will be kilometer liter. And another one, let's say, is x is computed in, let's say, miles, and other one is y is in grams, something. So its unit will be miles gram. So there is no way I can compare these two. So like I cannot tell whether these are more related than these two, or these are less related, or something like that. So to compare this, we need a unitless measurement. So unitless measurement, we derive correlation. Okay. So what correlation do this? Correlation is defined by small r. That's the under root of that thing. Okay, so here let's see the unit first. Say x is in kilometer, y is in liter. So it will be numerator will be kilometer liter, right? Here this thing will be under root kilometer square, which is again kilometer, and here also is under root liter square, which is again liter. So my unit gets cancelled out. So correlation coefficient is a unitless measure. Okay, so yeah, and another way to do is, suppose I divide my numerator and denominator by n. Okay, so in such case, what will happen? My this quantity will become population covariance. Let's take n as under root n and under root n. This will go here, and this will go here. So it will be my population variance under root and under root population variance of y. This is of x. So you can also write it as covariance x comma y sigma x sigma y. This is population 1. This is also population 1. This is also population 1. Okay. And if I divide it by n minus 1, both numerator and denominator, then it will be sample covariance. This is my sample standard deviation, sample standard deviation. So whenever you're using this formula, remember that all three are either population or either sample one. Okay. And one thing which I mentioned before, that correlation coefficient tells you the linear association only. Okay. Okay. Let me just quickly answer this one. Okay. Suppose
there's one doubt.
Yeah, please ask first.
In case, if suppose there is a question in which n observations of sample is given from a population.
Okay.
Then, and now we have to calculate the sample covariance or whatever. So
Okay.
what will my n will be? Will it be n or n minus 1?
If you have to find sample covariance, then it will be n minus 1.
Even if data of sample is given.
Yeah, if you have to compute, if it's mentioned that you have to compute population covariance for that data, then you will divide by n.
Okay, okay. Clear now. Thank you, sir.
So for the correlation coefficient, we just confuse. We divide by the standard deviation, right?
Yeah, it's under root of variance, right?
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, it was population. I just got a little confused. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's just quickly answer one question. Remember that R tells you the linear association. Okay. Let's say covariance of x and y is 0. Okay. Are x and y linearly independent? This is my first statement. Okay, let's just make it a statement. Let's just remove it. Second statement, I am saying that x and y are independent. Which one of these are, both are true or one is true, or what will be your opinion on this? I know only this thing.
Both are true.
The first one is true. But if they are linearly independent, then they
First
can
one
be
is
The second one is
Sir,
not true. Only first
the
one.
second one is true. Second one is true.
First one
Okay,
is true.
The first one is true.
First one.
And why are independent?
Because it is linear
Only
association.
first one is true, sir.
okay, let me answer. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, okay, let's just consider our data. Okay. Just let me take a quick data. Y and x. Okay. -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. Okay. 4, 1, 0, 1 and 4. You know that there is a clear relationship between that, right?
Yes, sir.
x is equals to y square, right? So these are not independent. I know. Okay. Let's just compute the correlation for this. Okay. Let me open my Google Sheet for a minute. We will do that. Okay, let me share it. Okay, so yeah, our data was this is y, this was x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Here it's 4, 1, and 4. Let me just come correlation coefficient. So you can see it comes out to be 0. But what we have done before is you see that there is definitely a relationship. So our R comes out to be 0 for this data because they are linearly independent, right? But there is a quadratic relation between the two. So our R does not tell about the quadratic relation. It only tells that, yeah, there is no linear relation. So only first statement is true, second will be wrong. Okay, let's move to our last topic for this. Third would
Sir,
be
please repeat your last statement.
this one. Okay, see
Yes.
here what is the relation? Here relation is x is equals to y square, right? So there is a relation between the two, quadratic relation, right? But when we computed correlation coefficient for this, we got r is equals to 0. It is because our R tells only about the linear relationship between the two variables. So linear relationship between the two variables is 0, but there is some quadratic relation between the two. So if I know my R is equals to 0 or covariance is 0, I can only say that they are linearly independent. I cannot say that they are independent. There is possible that some relation may be there, say y cube, cubic relation or some other thing.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
And
Sir,
Thank you.
sir, suppose one variable value will be like same here in this case. It
Yeah.
will x variable all I mean all the values to be same. Suppose 4, 4, 4, 4.
Okay.
And for y you can take any value.
Okay.
What will be the correlation here? Will it be 0?
Okay, for such cases, I think the denominator will come out to be 0. Variance is straightforward 0. Numerator, yeah, it will be 0.
Yes. Which is undefined, I think. 0 by
Xi
0.
minus 0. Yeah. Yeah, could undefined. You can take it as 0 or say undefined. Doesn't matter. Because
Sir,
the
but
variance will be
it
0.
is linearly. I mean, if you draw a scatter plot for this, it will be something like horizontal.
Yeah,
Okay, x
but
is equals
it
to
won't
somewhat
be
like that. But linear, we say somewhat like this line.
because the change
This
is
line is
not
straight
affected.
0. Yeah. Only here y is increasing, x is constant. So no, nothing you can say. We say that positive if y is increasing and x is also increasing, or both are decreasing when we say.
Okay.
So, do number of items sold and loss have any association?
That's a mock test question. We will get back to it. We'll do.
Okay.
Next is last. Okay, one numerical variable. And remember that linear thing we did. It will help you in quiz. Okay. One categorical variable. We only assume that it has only two categories, A and B, let's say. Okay. So we cannot find the Pearson correlation coefficient for this because for that we need two numerical variables. So here we have point biserial correlation coefficient, which is bar by y1 bar, population standard deviation, P naught and P1. Let's take some data to explain it better.
Sir, please take qualifier paper data, like the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
want to
sir.
take that one. Okay, let me see the question. Can someone tell you the data? It was someone set 1, set 2, right? You'll say. Set 1, there was another set 2. Can you tell me the values for set 1 and set 2? What for that? Marks. Let me check. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The values.
Yeah, one minute. I'm just checking it. Okay, I got it. Let me just present my screen.
Question number 32.
Okay, so let's do it. So it was the student thing, then the set thing, and then the
Yes,
marks.
in marks out of 20.
Okay, out of 20, let's say that. So it was student 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, till 6.
Okay, this is set was set 1.
1, 15.
Yeah, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Marks 15, 30.
20, 17, 14, and 17.
Okay. Yeah, this was the first set question. Okay. So yeah, the formula we did was y naught bar minus y1 bar sigma x and the root p naught p1. Okay, let's just quickly move to the terms first. Okay, so you see here the variable has two category. It can be either set 1 or it can be set 2, right? I am taking, say I am denoting set 1 by 0 and set 2 by 1. So it will be 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so now y naught bar is the mean for the value associated with this 0, which is this 15 plus 17 plus 17 divided by 3, which will come out to be 16.33. y1 bar is the mean associated with the values 1, which is 13, 20, and this 14. Okay, so for y1 bar, I will have 13 plus 20 plus 14 by 3, which was 15.62 something. Okay. P naught is the proportion of values which belongs to this 0th category. So I have 1 observation, 2 observation, 3 observation. Total number of observation is 6. So my P naught is 0.5. 0.5. Similarly, my P1 is also this 1, 2, 3. 3 by 6, which is again 0.5. All right. Remaining term is sigma x. Sigma x is the population standard deviation of the this variable marks. Okay, so you can just put in the value and obtain. I think the answer for this was 0.14. Okay, so here my categorical variable was this and numerical variable was this. This was just to confuse. Okay, so clear this one, right?
So just a question, why can't we encode the categorical variable and perform normal correlation instead of point binomial correlation? Like we can encode categorical variables, right?
Yeah, you can do that. It will give you the same answer, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Population standard deviation will be of the numerical variables, right?
Yeah, here we are doing this. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
In this case, it should be always the population variance, right? I mean, population standard deviation.
Yeah. Population standard deviation.
Okay.
Always population.
Okay. Okay. I think we are done with week
So
4.
that means we cannot use the sample standard deviation here, right?
So if in the
Uh,
question it is mentioned to use sample, then
You can do that also. Okay, let me just open the
the
Well,
formula.
range will be different, right?
I think last time before the exams that confirmed that it was
Confirmed it should
we
be,
had
it
to
should
use
be,
population
yeah,
standard.
population only.
You can do by this also. Okay, just do that. I am just opening the sigma x thing over here. Okay, and p naught will be number of observation belong to that category divided by total, and p1 will be this, right? So here you can see this n and this n gets cancelled out. So y naught bar minus y1 bar and the root summation xi minus x bar square, and here it's n naught n1 by n, right? Now let me take the sample standard deviation. The sample standard deviation we just told you to avoid because it will be a cause a problem in calculation. Here we have to do this n minus 1. So what happens is this n minus 1 and minus 1 cancel out and you will obtain this same formula again. Okay, so it's better if you population standard deviation and p naught p1 is this rather than sample standard deviation and p naught p1 is this, right?
So
Excuse
any
me, sir.
specific reason why we didn't divide n0 by n minus 1 and by
No,
we
no,
divided by
you can do that also. It doesn't matter. Divide by n minus 1 and take it as n. It's same thing.
This is valid, like a point biserial correlation is valid for dichotomous variable, right? One variable might be dichotomous, like two categories must be there. But if there are more categories, then that encoding trick will work there. Like if there are
For
more than
that
two
we have
categories.
other things. Yeah, it's now out of your course for now.
Okay.
Sir, n minus 1 just because of sample population deviation, standard deviation.
Yeah. You can either
no,
do
sir.
that or you can. I think this one is easy to remember. That's why I told you that use sigma x, not sx.
So one query,
Yes.
why can't we divide both n0 and n1 by n minus 1 at both places? Any specific reason behind
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir. That's
It's basically the big derivation behind that thing. I'm not going to that for now.
Sir,
Thank you.
I have a
Yeah.
question regarding that correlation coefficient. Is there any particular range where the correlation becomes weak and other range it becomes strong?
Yeah, this thing. So remember, correlation coefficient always lies between -1 and 1. Okay. Yeah, before that, in this point by serial, we mentioned in the question that answered the absolute value, right? But many of you are still answer -0.14, because if you take set 1 as 0, set 2 as 1, or if you take set 1 as 1 and set 2 as 0, answer will be same, but in one case it will be negative and in one case it will be positive, but the value will be same, 0.14. So some of you have got this, and we mentioned in the question to enter the absolute value, but still many of you have entered -0.14 and marks are deducted for that. So just keep that in mind. If mentioned in the absolute value, just enter only the positive.
Yeah. Sir, one confusion is there. This n and n minus 1. How did you convert it with n0 by n and n1 by n minus 1?
No, you can do the reverse thing also. Right? You can also divide it by
Why should we divide by n minus 1? Proportion is not n minus 1.
Yeah, but here you are taking sample standard deviation. To compensate that, we divide by n minus 1.
No, but proportion, sir, P0 is the proportion, P1 is the proportion of the
Yeah, but also this is the variance, this is the variance. Why I'm doing n minus 1? This is the sample thing. So
Both
here
should
also
be
to
n,
compensate
either
for that.
both should be n minus 1 or both should be n. But here you are
That's something core
I'm not
statistic.
getting this point, sir. How? Because the last time also it was discussed.
Okay. Yeah,
For
because
the
you
population
don't
should
know
be
the thing, you
population
don't
should
know the
be
derivation behind this. So it's just basic the core statistics, which is beyond this syllabus. So okay,
you can use both population or standard, right?
yeah, but for that sample you have to divide by n minus 1 over here. So just to avoid the confusion, try to use the population thing.
Population is better to use.
Yeah, so yeah, our correlation coefficient mainly lies in this range, okay, -1 to 1. And I'm talking about absolute value. Absolute value lies between 0 to 1, right?
Yeah.
So if my absolute value is in the range this, I will say strong. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's in this range, I will say moderate. And if it's am I doing it right? Yeah. Okay. Then we say that weak correlation between the two, and 0 we say absence of linear relationship. Please mute yourself, whoever. So this is what you have to remember while speaking.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Like there was this question in week 4 about this, that if suppose I'm having this linear association of negative 0.25. So by the standards, it's not an association. We cannot consider it as an association, but we can still consider it as a negative association.
Sir, it's
right?
Weak negative, C that equal to same.
Suppose if we are taking 0.01, so we can still consider it
No,
as
we say
positive,
that it's
even
absence.
if it's not
No,
an
no.
association.
We say that absence of linear relationship in that case. These are
Even
just
if it is
subjective.
positive.
Yeah, if it does not exceed that 0.25 stuff, we say that.
Sir, if the options were given in terms of strong and weak only, then what should we do in that case?
Strong and weak. So yeah, you have to compute the value of R, absolute value, and check in which range these are lying and take the option accordingly. Right?
So why
Okay, sir, suppose we get 0.01.
Then it's absence of
can
linear relationship. Right?
Sir, but that is not given in option. We are
Which
getting only
question?
strong and weak. Sir, suppose.
You won't see such question. The question is designed properly according to this.
Okay, sir.
Sir, why it's less than and less than equal to?
Less than equal to means if the 0.25 is in equal to 0.25, then it will lie in this weak category.
And then here again, only less than.
Yeah, it should be less than. If it's equal to 0.5, then it will go to this category. If it's less than 0.5, it won't. Okay, I will come into. I will just come. Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
Association shows the association between categorical and numerical variable, and R is simply a linear association. It shows the linear association. But there was one question where there was association between categorical and numerical variable, and the association was not linear; it was parabola. Then why is there any reason, specific reason why R cannot be equal to 1? Because we can clearly see that there is a y which is dependent on x.
The parabola thing, we just discussed it. Right? R tells you the linear relationship only.
So what if the question is like in a the graph is given in parabola, and it asks where the r will lie, what will you do?
You won't see such question because we didn't told you how to calculate for curvilinear relation.
So in last quiz, actually this question was there. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, which question?
Sir, I think. Let me check.
The same criteria is apply for point by zero coefficient too, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about
So
to
is that
mention.
absolute R?
Absolute means you have to take the positive only. If you are getting answer as minus 0.75, absolute means you take mod, so it's 0.75.
Okay, so it is absolute R. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, I think we can switch to mock thing. Any doubt in week 4, or shall we continue with mock test?
No doubt, no doubt.
So there was
Sir,
this one question in the qualifier / the quiz one. I don't know if it's from week 4 though.
Yeah, just mention the question. Okay, quiz 1. Yeah, what was it?
So there it was given like M1 is equal to X1 plus. Wait, so.
Sir, it was simple.
Okay,
Simple math, sir.
Yeah, it was. Okay, let me open the quiz 1 for you guys. It will be better.
Sir, I have doubt in graded assignment 4 questions.
Sir, this session is only for week 4.
No, it was for week 4 revision, which is done. Now you can continue with your doubts.
Sir, what about week 5 and 6?
Week 5 and 6, it will be covered in the next session, which is on Saturday.
Okay, sir. And sir, what is the syllabus for quiz 2, week 4, 5, and 6, right?
Week 1 to 6.
Sir, but in previous session,
it was mentioned majorly week 4 to 6. Major content will be from week 4 to 6, but you can still expect some question from week 3, 1, 2 question, not many.
Okay, sir.
You want me to tell the weightage? Okay, I can tell you the weightage also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please tell
Yes,
the
sir.
weightage.
Please.
Okay, let me check if I have this weightage thing with me now.
So this is for all subjects or for statistics only?
For statistics, I can tell. I don't know about others.
And so where we can find that the syllabus is from 1 to 6 and the quiz rate will be from 1 to 9 or 10?
1 to 9.
It is given in. It is given on the dashboard.
It's all given. Yeah, it's mentioned.
Handbook. You can check the handbook. Please.
Student handbook. Yes.
Okay, so the week 6, week 5 and 6 will cover around 50 to 60% weightage. Okay, and week 4 will cover around 30, and remaining week 1 to 3.
10%. 10-20.
Can you repeat?
Week 6 contains approximately 50 to 60%. Week 5 and 6. Okay, and week 4 around 30% you can expect, and remaining week 1 to 3.
Okay, sir.
So it is 30, 30, 30, and.
Okay, let me just. Okay, let's start with the. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, so someone is asking week 4 graded, right?
Yes, sir. Graded assignment 4, question 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What can you say about the linear relationship between? Yeah, so you have to just compute the value of R. And
Yes, sir. I found the value, but the answer says it is an absence of linear relationship in
so
my
the
cell.
value should be less than 0.25 in that case.
But sir, it is weak since it is less than 0.25.
Then it's absence of linear relationship.
So we consider below 0.25 as absence of linear relationship.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Right? 0 to 0.25 we consider absence. 0.25 to 0.5 weak, and moderate from 0.5 to 0.75, and strong afterwards.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, mock 2 question
in this
7.
question only.
This mock test. Question
Yeah,
7.
one by one, please. Yeah.
The question which she asked, in that question only, the correlation coefficient was negative about, I think as far as I remember, it was minus 0.12. And if that was the case, shouldn't we, since it is a multiple select question, shouldn't we mark
No.
negative?
No, it's absence of linear relationship. If there is no linear relationship, then how can you say if it's positive or negative?
Okay, sir.
Even if there is weak strong only, then you can say, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So yeah, just raise your hand one by one. Yeah, Amit, you have raised your hand. You ask.
Yeah, I was asking about this question only, like number of items sold and lost. So do we have any association?
No, there is no association between, right? Number of items and profit. Yeah, if you sold one item, say you have profit of 5 rupees. For 2, you have 10, 15, like that. It's increasing, right? So
If it is being sold in in loss, then
in general scenarios, we mentioned that if you're selling, you are having some profit. If such is the case, it will be mentioned that you are having loss by selling the items. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, there we are getting confused, sir.
Yeah, but in general scenarios, just don't mix things, random things. Just assume, okay, if I am selling, I am getting the profit thing.
So how is profit defined here?
Profit defined, okay. Okay, so you can say that if I am selling one product, I am getting a profit of say 5 rupees. Okay, if I sell 2, I will get 10 rupees. Okay, so my relationships would be here y is equals to 5x times this is number of products and this is profit, right?
So then the same should apply for loss too, right?
Why?
That is the logic kind of thing, sir. That's why, I mean, we are more trained on logic rather than general thing.
Yeah, just stick to general. Just don't mix it with some random logics or something. Okay. Just
So why can't we apply non-loss? Sir, if the profit is fixed on one product, why can't we apply it on loss?
Because if you're selling the item, it should be definitely be in profit in general scenarios. Okay. You don't assume that you're having some loss.
So then for selling additional units, you must sell it at lesser price too, but we're not taking that into consideration.
Yeah, such things will be mentioned here, but here you have to just assume the general scenarios. If I own a shop, if I will sell something, I will definitely be having some profit. Otherwise, I won't be selling that thing.
Sir, is it because loss is considered to be negative and the points will eventually occur in the fourth quadrant?
Yeah, you can also consider that thing also. You can think about that also. If you're selling a lot, then the relation will be -1 also. But here it's asked +1.
So for question number 7, like we got 20, I got 27%.
Yes, sir.
So it is
Right.
saying 25
Yes, sir.
only. So
There
how
is
is
some
it?
problem with the
Yes, sir,
question.
Same.
Okay, let
Like
me
it don't
check.
add up to 100. The grand total don't add up to
You're
100.
getting 27%.
So it's coming to be 27.27 something and it's saying that
27.27.
Yes, how is this even
Okay.
possible? This table is not correct.
Let me just.
Got 25, and my answer is correct.
This is not even adding up to
15 by
100.
55, so should be 0.75. So 0.27.
Let me see here. Gender-wise, how many percentage of male pages? Okay.
15 by 55, right?
Yes, 15 by 55.
How many percentage of male who play chess? Okay, it's on a male thing. Yes, here. 55. Okay, it's something around 27. Yeah. 30.
There it's 31 point something.
15 divided by 55 is 27.27.
Yeah, it's
0.2727.
maybe I'm missing something. Let me see. 400 students. Someone got 25% also. They're saying, right? Let me see.
Yes, the person, can you just explain how did you get 25?
I'm just checking it. Let's just go through a survey. Don't to know how many of them play chess or not. Okay, understood. Okay.
That the only way
could be.
25 is coming is deducting 15 from 40, but by division and all, it's not coming.
Sir, other than answer, the table is also not adding up to 100. It's, I guess, 85 only.
Is it necessary?
Yeah, so it should not be 100 necessarily, right? It's saying that 100 students
Yes, sir. I
entered.
didn't.
Males do play like do not play like.
But
do
if
play
we
chess
have,
now.
if this
Because it
table,
is not written like what percentage, so there's some mistake in the question itself, maybe.
No, it says that 100 students entered for the first year, right? 100 students entered, and a survey is done to know how many. So in survey, it's not necessary that I will take all the 100, right? I can take only 85.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not
Like
necessary.
if the answer is 25, then the question should have been that number of male who do not play chess. Hey,
so but
no,
if we are creating this table, it automatically implies you have to take 100 out of could play chess or could not play chess.
Yeah, but they are not in the survey. A survey is done, right? And survey, I may take 70 people, I may take 80, I may take 85.
Anyway, from the table, the answer is 27.27.
Yeah, we will look into that. Okay.
Sir, I have
That's
problem
the-
question 8.
Question 8. Okay, what's the problem?
Yes, sir. How can we say after calculating row relative frequency or say column relative frequency, by just saying it, how can we guess that it is linearly related or not?
You have to calculate it, right? You have to find the row relative or column relative frequency thing and then calculate it.
Yes, sir. It is small.
Yes.
That's associated, no, sir?
Yeah, it is associated. It's mentioned here. Because even I can see that if I will do column relative, it will be somewhere 0.5, 0.5, but here it will be a big difference. And do not play chess. So yeah, the frequencies will not be similar.
So question number 14.
It's a 9.
9.
9 statistics. There are 5 multiple. Okay, there are 5 multiplication for possibilities. Okay.
So can we
Correct.
please take questions in an order?
Okay. After this, we will take that in order. Okay, so there are 5 questions. Okay. There are 5 questions. Let me just see the question first. I will open it in my phone, so it's better.
So for each question, the student has a possibility of 15. In 15 ways he can attempt, right?
No. Okay, let's just see. Okay, not 15. Okay. Is it mention MSQ?
Yes, MSQ.
No, it's MCQ. Mentioned it's 4 multiple choice.
Okay, so my mistake. My bad.
Okay,
Sorry.
so there are
4 for each.
There are 5 questions, and each can be answered in 4 ways. So total number of ways you can answer is 4 raised to the power 5.
1024.
Okay. And in how many ways you can correct all the answer is only 1, right? Like first question, you have only one possibility to make the question 1 correct. Similarly, question 2, question 5, you have only one way to make it correct. So it 1 times 1 times 1.
So it should be 5, no, sir. Number of ways. How could it be 1? Like for every question, it is 1. So
Yeah, but you have to correct all the 5 questions.
yeah, so it will be 1 plus. Okay, we are multiplying.
Yeah, because you have to get 1, and at the same time you have to get second also. Simultaneous things happening. So multiply. Again, third should be correct. Fourth should be correct. Fifth should be correct. Like that.
Okay, sir.
I didn't get this part. Could you please explain? Like, why are we subtracting this?
Oh, see, so total number of ways I can answer is 4 raised to the power 5. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now in how many ways you can correct? Okay, this is question 1, question 2, 3, 4, 5. Each has 4 options. Only one will be correct, right?
Yes, one.
Here
Okay.
also one will be correct. Only one. Only one. Only one.
Okay, and is it and? So we are multiplying.
So I can get correct only in one way. But the question is student who will not get all the answers correct. So it will be total number of ways to attempt minus he got all the correct. It will give me the number of ways he did not get all correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All correct. Okay.
So why did we take 4:5 here?
Because each question has 4 possibility, either option A, B, C, D. So question 1 you
Okay.
can select any of this 4. Question 2 also.
Okay. Thanks.
Also. Okay. Let's just move question by question. That was a better idea. Question 1, I think we have discussed. It will have negative correlation even if you consider loss on selling. Better explanation. Question number 2, you have doubt?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Sir,
Yes,
if
I
you can
do, sir.
explain.
In question 1, I have doubt. If
Sir, how to
we are,
approach this kind of question?
sir, if we are having a linear relation like y equals 5x for profit, why can't we have a linear relation for y equals minus 5x?
Okay, you can have, but correlation coefficient won't be +1. It will be
Okay,
-1.
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
That's a better explanation. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Second. Yeah.
Question 5.
So it would be +1, right? If we were to plot loss on y-axis and units.
No, it won't
x.
be. No.
So because while considering loss, we wouldn't put it as loss is equal to -5. We'll put it as loss is equal to 5. So
It
next
will
minute.
somewhat it will go like that. So much. Loss is always you take some negative relation. You have negative loss of 5. So it's always a negative thing you do. You can't do the plus thing. By loss, it means negative, right? Profit is the positive thing. Okay, second question. You have to
For second, I was getting the fourth option as correct, but I'm not sure.
do that. Okay, so we have create thing. This was right. And we have to arrange it in dictionary. Okay, in total, these are 6 words or alphabets better. Words 2 are same. Which are okay. So in dictionary, alphabet A will appear first, right? 2, 3, 4, and then remaining 5 words. So A is booked. Of remaining 5, I can arrange in 5 factorial ways. But E is occurring 2 times. So I have to divide it by 2. So total number of ways is 60. So number of words starting with A are 60, right? Next,
Got it now. So I made a mistake, like didn't divide it by 2. Yeah.
so now we fix C, then again 5 factorial by 2, it's 60. So you see my 120 words are completed. Now next my alphabet will start with E. After E, then it will go in alphabetical order. E, A, C, D, R, D. So this will be the answer. Okay.
Sir, what if it asked 141 or say any random number?
Then you have to
Please
do
explain
it.
question again.
This one.
Yeah, question number 2.
Okay, so see, we have to arrange it in dictionary order. Okay, so dictionary starts with alphabet A first, right? Then I have to arrange the remaining 5 alphabets C, R, E, and T, E, right? Which can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. But here E is occurring 2 times. So I'm dividing my number of cases by 2. So I got 60
So
words.
what does it mean by dividing by 2? Sir, can you just tell in what?
It's means as if E is in one case, okay, consider this is my one alphabet A, E, C, R, T, E. Okay, this is my first E and this is my second E. Another possibility could be this is my first E and this is my second E, but they both are the same, right? Both the words are same, so it's doubling my cases, so that's why I divide it by 2. Okay, so
Sir,
for
but it wouldn't create any problem in sequencing in the dictionary.
yeah, it
Then
found ways that so we have
bring
total of words is 60, right?
Yeah.
And then if I start after A in dictionary, it comes C. So I fix C at the first position, and then remaining 5 I fill with the remaining words, which is again 5 factorial by 2 because E is occurring twice. So 60. So in total, I have 120 words. Words which start with A, 60. Words which start with C, 60. Now the words will start from E. And I have to find the 120 first. Right? So 120 are completed here. So the first letter which start with E will be the 120 first. So first will be the alphabetical order E, then A, then C, then again E, then in alphabetical order R comes first, and then T, right?
Suppose, suppose if E has occurred 3 times, 3 E's are there, then divide by
3 factorial.
3 factorial.
Sir, then divide by 3 only, na?
No, 3 factorial. Here also is 2 factorial, but 2 factorial is 2, so I just wrote 2.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think this one is clear, right?
Sir, if no alphabet is repeating, then
No is self-fitting, then A start.
And
then
D
it
would have
gets-
been the correct one.
Then it will have 120 and one starting with C in alphabetical order. I think this will be the 121st. E will not be here. Somewhat like that.
Sir, 121 and 181 are same?
No.
121 letter and 181 are same?
No, how can they be same?
Sir, because double E are present, then what is the 181 letter?
Or you have to then make the cases. Okay, then you have to make the cases. So suppose I want to go a bit more after that. So after C, it will come E. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So suppose I book 2. Okay, so it will be my alphabetical order, right? Word starting with the A and then C. Then I will arrange these 3, which is 3 factorial ways. So I got 6 more alphabet, right? Then I fix only A and E and then go with this somewhere. Then I have to make the cases to calculate to reach 141 or 181, like that. But such questions won't be given to you.
Sir,
It will be very time
if the first place is fixed with E, then there are how many words with starting E? Sir, as you have
if
said
first
that-
place you play, then you
Yes,
have 5 places and 5 alphabets, none of which are repeating. So 5 factorial.
Sir, if the question asks that how many words in which there are 2 E's consecutively, मतलब दोनों E साथ में ही हैं.
2 E's consecutively. Okay. So then you have to take 2 E's, consider 2 E as single entity. Okay. So then number of words will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 5 words. So 5 factorial. 120 ways. Yeah, these 2 letters, these 2, and both E should occur together. So I have taken them
Sir,
as
if
single
we
quantity.
have question like a boy and girl should be in between both the things, how many factors they can be? How to do this?
Yeah, I think this question is
Okay.
also here, right? No, this one is also here. Okay, let's see the 6th one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go just see
Is
by
the
the
question 6?
Sir, can I
third
ask?
question. Yeah.
Sir, this is regarding the same question just now you have explained, where the one of the student asked like where 2E comes together. So you took a like the basic approach, like we consider both the E as a single unit, and then we use the combination this thing. So what about like suppose we got suppose 2 letters CE comes together, okay, CE, okay. So like do we need to use
We have to multiply
combination?
Then we will multiply by 2 because these 2 can also be interchanged in between.
Yeah, interchange also. So we have to use this thing interchange also. Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
actually,
if both are E, then we cannot interchange. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that thing we have to ignore.
Yeah.
Okay. So one basic question, I sorry to interrupt you here. When do I have understood, like whenever we talk about the ordered combinations and the arrangement, we talk about the permutations we should consider. So mainly sometimes in the I get confused, okay, when to use
ते
combinations
कधी झालं
and
एकदा पप्पांना
when to
विचारून घे
use
बरं
permutation.
त्यांनी सांगितलं नाहीये नको
So
रिस्केल
any thumb line is
चेक कर
there?
पप्पांची पण.
One minute, let me mute. Yeah, now speak. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. I think was on mute.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, and is there any thumb line when to use a permutation and when to use combination? Because I don't understand, like in there are sometime it is mentioned like, okay, it's an ordered set, but some of the questions it's not mentioned when to use actually it's an ordered set, or I'm not able to interpret actually that part.
When you have to arrange the things, we use permutation.
When, what do you mean by arranging answer? Can you just
like I have these words, right? Create.
Yeah.
I have to arrange them in different ways, right? So I am arranging them. So I am using permutation. And if I have to select, I use combination. Select, or you can say choose. Then I use combination. Suppose I have 10 boys, 10 district level pairs. I have to select only 2. So 10 C2.
Okay.
Here I'm not
Sir, if you have to select 10 means it will become permutation, no, sir?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sir, if you have to select 10 students from a group of 10 students,
then it can only be done
sir,
in one
10
way.
C10. If it is 10 C10, it will be same as the permutation, no, sir?
Yeah, then in that case it will be same.
Sir, in the above example in create CREATE, so if it is to ask to choose 6 letters, then it will be only one way, na?
6 letter, yeah, 66 one way.
So, sir, if in the same question it is asked that no two E cannot occur together, then what will do?
Then easiest way to approach it, find the total number of ways, okay, which is I think 6 factorial by 2 factorial, right? This is total.
Okay.
Find the number of cases when E occur together
and then subtract it.
And subtract it. That's one of the easiest way.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Third question, I think it was pretty simple. You have done it, right?
Question 5 and 6.
Sure.
The question 5 and 6.
Yeah, that fourth is also simple. Okay, let's move to the first.
Excuse me, sir.
Also simple, sir.
Sir, a general doubt of formula.
Yeah.
Sir, if you have n different objects taken R at a time.
Yeah.
And repetition is allowed.
Okay.
Then the formula becomes n to the power of R, no, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, in one of the previous questions, you had written it as 4 to the power of 5. That's, I think, it's the MCQ questions that has 4 options. 5 different questions.
Okay, 5 different questions.
It was written as 4 to the power of 5. Sir, sir, shouldn't it be 5 to the power of 4?
No, don't confuse it with that. That's different. That's something different. You are getting confusing. For that, in question 1, we have 4 options: A, B, C, D. Number of ways to select this was 4. Okay. I can either choose this. I have 4 options. Question number 2 has other 4s. So here also I have 4. And similarly like that. So it was something different.
Sir, then if there are many about 30 different questions, sir,
Yeah.
I'm asking, sir, which to consider as N and which to consider as R? Sir, in this type of question. Sir, that's a bit
Don't
बेटा पढ़
confuse.
बार मैंने पढ़ा था तभी तो इतने नंबर आ गए थे.
I think this you should mute, or I will remove from the meet. Always unmuting.
पिछली बार.
So please mute all.
Please.
It's only 68. Yes, sir. Please mute all.
वो अच्छी अच्छी चीजें भी
I
बताता है।
think Kajol, I think I should ask the team to remove her from the meet. Okay.
So question 5.
Sir, why don't we go serially, sir?
Yeah, we are going serially, right? We are done with first 4 questions. Now we are come to the 5th one, right?
Sir, that one, sir, N and R.
Don't confuse it with such. I personally don't use the formula thing. I use the conceptual one.
So that's
Okay,
why
sir.
in week 5 there are only 2 lectures. First we can build the logic.
Yeah, that way.
Sir,
Formula won't work every time. Formula
Okay,
is
sir.
always
Sir, how
logic.
can we prepare for this mock, sir? Any idea to?
For this mocks, all the basis of the topics you covered only, nothing new. I think NC7 plus NC8 minus NC4. I think this was the question, right? NC5.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as we know, this identity NCR plus 1 is N plus 1 CR plus 1. If you don't know, you can still do it by opening it. So it becomes N plus 1 C8 because here R equal to 7. For this, if I take minus common, then it will be NC4 plus NC5, which will become N plus 1 C5, and is equal to 0. Let me open it a bit. So N plus 1 minus 8. It's become N minus 7 factorial. It's equal to N plus 1 factorial, 5 factorial. So it's clear till this step, right?
So we can write this
Can you
as
repeat it again? I didn't get it. Can you just please repeat it again?
Okay, so you know this identity NCR plus NCR plus 1 equal to N plus 1 CR plus 1.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I used in these two. Okay. So it becomes N
Sir,
plus 1 C8, right?
sir, can
Then
you just derive this thing, that formula?
that NCR is this thing.
Yes, sir.
And it's this thing, and minus R minus 1 factorial, right? Okay, and factorial comes out. I am multiplying divide first term by R plus 1, so it becomes R plus 1 factorial and minus R factorial. Multiplying divide by R plus 1 over here. And here multiplying divide by N minus R. So it becomes N minus R times R plus 1 factorial and minus R factorial, right? Denominator goes out, it's common to both. And minus R factorial. R plus 1 plus N minus R. R gets cancelled out, so N factorial times N plus 1 becomes N plus 1 factorial. I think this is the formula for N plus 1 C R plus 1, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's just do the question now.
Sir, won't we get one more mock test?
I think there's only one mock for this time.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And sir,
If
and
possible,
sir,
we'll release. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, what will be the level of questions that we expect
Difficult
in
than
quiz 2?
quiz 1.
Okay, difficult. Okay, sir. Similar to mock test.
Yeah, you can say. Or yeah, you can more or less same level. Okay. So N plus 1 factorial gets cancelled out. Okay. This thing goes here. This comes here. So it's 5 factorial times N minus 4 factorial, right? 8 factorial, I can write this as 876 times 5 factorial. So 5 factorial gets cancelled. So it's clear till this step, right?
Yes, sir.
So now I can open N minus 4 also. I write this as N minus 4 and minus 5. N minus 7 factorial, right? Is equals to 7 into 6 times N minus 7 factorial. Okay, so this gets cancelled out. Okay. Easiest way to do that, n minus 4 equal to 8, n minus 5 equal to 7. So n equals 12. Or you can solve the cubic equation.
So why we can use that formula as well, right? NCP is equals to NCQ, then P plus Q is equals to N.
You can do it that way. I don't know that thing, but yeah, you can do it. Okay, if it's possible. Okay.
So
yeah,
so I took a different approach, but I was hoping if you could verify it.
okay.
So can you go to the blank screen?
So the previous problem closure is not complete, is it?
Okay.
The equations,
Yeah, NC7 plus NC8 minus NC4 minus NC5. Yeah.
So can you just scroll up the previous problem? I think it is just not closed.
Who is speaking?
No.
Yeah, please continue.
Oh,
Which
yes,
approach you
sir.
are referring?
So the method I used was so can you just list down the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Oh no, sir, in a horizontal way, so that because more numbers have to be included. 8.
Okay.
Oh, and I drew lines from 4 to 8 and 5 to 7. So those both are equal.
4 to 8, like that.
And 5 to 7.
Okay.
And then I took values 0, 1, 2, 3. So 4 values before 4 and 4 values after 8.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
And then I took 0 to be equal to 12. So n is equal to 12.
Okay, that's something. Okay, that's some tricks you are using. Yeah, you can do that, but not everyone do that. So yeah, you can do that.
But that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in a family,
Sir,
6
did you
question.
explain the problem 3 in mock test, sir?
Yes, sir. Question 6.
Problem 3, I think everyone was able to do it. You have to just select, okay? You have to select a total 10 participant and at least 8 should have at most 3 star. So at most 3 star participant are 18, right? And remaining 32 people have more than that. So first you have to select 8 from these 18 and 2 from remaining 32, or you can select 9 from these 18 and 1 from those 32, or you can select all the 10 from these 18. So this was this, all the 10 from 18, 9 from those 18 and 1 from other, 8 from those 18 and 2 from the others.
Okay.
4, 5, yeah. Question number 6, there was only 4 boys. 2 girls should not sit together. Yeah, that's also a tricky question. Okay, so let me place 4 boys first.
So for this solution will be where can we see the solution from all?
The solution will be made available to you, I think.
It's already published. It's already available in the portal. Or
no, it's not published now. Is it now?
when can we get
Okay, so I have placed 4 boys. Okay, I can arrange them in 4 factorial ways, right? Let's say b1, b2, b3, and b4. Okay, now I know that 2 girls should not be placed together. So I will do it. There you can see there are 5 spaces between these boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now I will arrange these 4 girls, which I can do in 5p4 ways. And the 4 factorial ways to arrange the boys. So that's 120 times 24. I can calculate it. I think it was something. Okay, so in that way, first I place all the 4 boys, right, which can be done in 4 factorial ways. Then in the gaps between them, I have 5 gaps. So in these 5 places, I have to arrange the 4 girls, which can be done in 5p4 ways. So this. So is it clear?
Yes,
Sir, if a
Sir,
question
if we,
comes,
oh, sorry.
So
Like-
only one. Sir.
all girls will not together. So what will we do?
Or in that case, you can just find the total ways to arrange all the 8 people. Okay, 8 factorial, and find a number of ways in which you can arrange all the girls together. Yeah. And it will be 5 factorial times 4 factorial, and then subtract it. You will get all girls not together.
So if we make a case where we keep 2 boys together, then we will be having only 4 slots for girl. So
Which 4 boys together?
so if we make a case where I keep 2 boys together and rest 2 like bit
3 boys in between 2 girls, like
yeah,
that.
two boys between 2 girls and then rest 2 for
Yeah, it's
2
also
other boys.
possible. It's also considered here, right? Suppose I place one girl here, G3, there will be no one, so B3 and B4 are together. 4th girl goes here.
Okay, yeah.
So this case is also included here. Only 4 places are filling out of 5.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Sir, all the girl together, it will be only one case, right? It could be one case or
No. All the girl together is, suppose I have 4 boys, 4 girls, right? I consider all the girls as one single quantity. So total 5 can be arranged in 5 factorial, and these girls can also be arranged. So it's into 4 factorial. So all girls together is this. And total number of cases to arrange all this is 8 factorial. So if I subtract this, it will be all girls not together.
So why 5 factorial?
I will inform you that this is
5
10.
factorial. Okay, that's a good question. See, I have 4 boys already. Okay, I am considering all the 4 girls as only one. So I have only 5 things to arrange. Okay, which can be done in 5 factorial ways. So let's say this, I arrange this B1, B2, B3, B4, and 4 girls, G1, G2, G3, and G4. Within this 5th entity, these 4 girls can also interchange between themselves by 4 factorial ways, right? So that's what I multiplied. And 5 factorial as because I'm considering all the girls as 1. So in total, I have only 5 things to arrange.
Okay, sir.
Sir, this 8 factorial, I didn't understand the 8 factorial.
One by one, yeah.
Sir, can you explain that 8 factorial?
8 factorial,
Yes,
yeah,
sir, it's not clear.
8 factorial total number of ways to arrange.
Can you show that, sir?
In total, I have 4 boys and 4 girls. To arrange them, I have 8 factorial ways.
Okay, but we have anyway we have put the 4 girls as 1 unit and 4 boys, and that is given by 5 factorial into 4
If I have placed
factorial.
4, I have placed all the girls together. I am to consider them as 1, and then I have only 5 things, right? 4 boys and 1 pack of girls. So that's
I understood that, sir. So that I understood. Like 5 factorial will take into consideration these 4 boys and 1 girl. I mean, four girls taken as a unit, and within the 4 girls, 4 factorial.
Yeah.
So 5 factorial into 4. But again, this 8 factorial minus, I didn't get why we are doing that 8 factorial minus.
8 factorial is total number of ways to arrange them.
Yeah, correct.
So in how many ways all the girls will not be together is total number of ways minus when they are together.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay. Okay, let's.
So we can do the same thing by total number of ways minus 2 together.
Yeah. But that will make many cases. You have 4 girls, you have to make 4 C2 case like that. You have to do, and then arrange them also. Okay, so better way was to place boys first and then place girls in between.
So my query is, so the sitting concept will get changed when we talk about the round table, right? When
Yeah,
we
in
sit
round
them in
table
a
we do 9 minus 1 factorial. And someone was asking permutation. See here, it's mentioned seating arrangement. Arrangement means permutation.
so this pattern of arrangement will get changed now.
Yeah, then answer will get changed. It will become 4 factorial times 4 factorial.
Can we
Can you
just
discuss
change
it also? So can you discuss it also, please? Because it's my specific query.
Okay, you have to arrange in the circle, right?
Yes.
So all girls together or what? Okay, so first total we have 8 things to arrange, right? So in
Yes, sir.
circular we have 7 factorial ways to arrange them, total ways. Now you have to place all the girls together. I consider them as only one. So total 5 things to be arranged, which can be done in 4 factorial. And within inside 4 girls, these are not in circular arrangement, these are in linear. So it's again 4 factorial. Okay. It's a linear, not a
Sir,
circular.
how this 7 factorial actually? One second, please.
Total 8 people. In circular, it becomes n minus 1 factorial.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because there is no starting and ending point of the circle, right?
Okay, sir.
Sir, is it valid for the square table also or rectangular table?
For round shapes, yeah, we do. Because there is no starting and center for that.
So, but we have to arrange the girls in between the boys, right?
So, yeah, with that question, yes, was all girls together in the circular arrangement, kind of.
Then how do we do for in between?
We do it between. You first arrange 4 boys, which can be done in 3 factorial ways. Okay, and in between you have to still do 5p4 because now it's makes a difference if the girl is placed here or here or here.
Sir, if 2 boys are together,
2 boys are together,
then 4 places are remaining, not 5.
4 places, yeah, then you can say that, you can fix that, but 4 guys can also be together in 4c2 ways, right?
Yes, sir.
Remember that. Yeah, make cases.
Yes.
Okay, in statistics, I think 9th question also we have discussed. Okay, 10th question, I think it was easy. One doubt?
Sir, I have doubt in it. Sir.
Yes, sir, 10th.
10th question also. Okay. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, open the question. Okay, so here see, there can be 2 cases. Case 1 is Nitya has downloaded machine learning book. Okay, if she has downloaded ML book, then Python is also downloaded, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it is mentioned that ML will be downloaded only after the Python.
So I think there are 3 cases.
No, we will come to that. Okay.
Sure.
So now 2 books are downloaded. We are left with 8, and in total we can download 3, right? 1 is ML, 1 is Python done. So we have to choose 1 more out of the 8. So it's 8C1 cases, right? Case 2 is not downloaded ML. So there is nothing mentioned on the Python book. Python can still be downloaded or not. It's only mentioned that ML will be downloaded only after the Python, but there is no condition on the Python book. So from remaining 9, you have to select 3, which is 84. So 84
Why
was
9?
because ML book is not downloaded, so you are left with 9 books now.
Okay, sir.
So why that?
Why that means because it is mentioned that ML book will not be downloaded unless Python book is downloaded, right?
Okay, sir, understood.
There is no condition on the Python book. Python book can still be downloaded even if ML is not downloaded.
Yes, sir.
So there are only two cases: ML downloaded or ML not downloaded. Yeah, just read the statements carefully.
I just choose 8C3.
Yeah, I think you have considered the condition on Python. See, this mentions she does not want to download the machine learning book unless the Python book is also downloaded. But it is not mentioned that Python will also be not downloaded if ML is not downloaded. So that's not the case.
Yes, sir. Here we get confused.
Sir, why are we not considering that in case number 3 when she doesn't download machine learning book or Python book, still she will have 3 options like 10C3. It's not mentioned that Python
It's
should
considered in the this year. If downloaded the ML, Python is already downloaded.
Yeah.
Okay, it's given. So you have to select only one out of the remaining 8.
Yes, sir.
But if you have not downloaded, it is possible that you may have downloaded Python or
Yeah.
may not have downloaded. So both the cases are considered here. This 9C3. From remaining 9 books, you have downloaded only 3.
So,
right?
Does it mean that I mean like Nitya has downloaded ML book means Python automatically downloaded like in terms of numbers?
Yeah.
Is that what's going to be the case? Like it's getting downloaded automatically.
Yeah, it is mentioned here. Na? She does not want to download the ML book unless the Python book is downloaded.
Okay.
So if ML is downloaded, Python is also downloaded. So 2 books you have downloaded.
Downloaded. Okay.
You have to select only one out of remaining 8. If ML is not downloaded, you can either download Python or not download Python.
Not download Python.
And also same with the remaining 8 books. So in total, from the 9 books, you have to select 3 only. So that's 9C3.
Yes, but if she is downloaded only Python, then 9 will be available, right? Only Python, not ML.
You are saying only Python?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that's considered in this case.
Yeah,
Not
actually, I
downloaded.
was thinking that
9C.
it should be like 8C1, 9C2, and then 10C3.
Okay, no. It's considered here also. It's considered here only. You can do that also, right? Not downloaded ML, you can make it, and not Python. Okay. In that case, it will be 8C3, right? And another is not downloaded ML, but Python downloaded. So from remaining 8, you have to select 2. So it's 8C2, right? Okay, let me just do it. You have downloaded ML, okay? Case 1. It means Python is also downloaded. You are now left with 8. You can only download 1. So 8C1 case, right?
Yes, sir.
The case 3 cases you are mentioning is ML not downloaded and Python downloaded, right? So I'm left with remaining 8 books only, and I have to select only 2 because one is Python is downloaded. So 8C2 ways.
Sir, I'm left with 9 books, na?
9,
like 5 among 10 book. I have
Why 9?
downloaded
ML not downloaded, but Python is
And it's
downloaded.
already downloaded.
And you know about ML also, so you are left with 10 minus 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Next
It's
is
good.
I didn't
M1
get
not
this
on the
8, sir.
Python
How
was
do you
downloaded.
got the 8? Sir? Because 9 books, right? Not 8. No? I didn't get the question. Can you just flash the question for us?
8C3.
One
The
minute, let me just
answer is
complete
same.
it. Yeah, 8C2 plus 8C3 used that property, NCR plus NCR plus 1.
Yeah, it's 9C3.
Yeah, it's a
9C3, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. We are
So
done.
it's only Python is downloaded. ML is
Yeah.
not downloaded. She still has 2 books to download, right? So it says that how it's 8, like in the sense 9, it will be 10 minus 2, 1.
Because
right?
you know about the 2 books. ML is not downloaded. You cannot download it. Python is downloaded. You know about the 2 books. And out of these 2, one is downloaded, you know. From remaining 8, you can download only 2 more.
Okay.
Okay, next is 10th question we have discussed. 11, I think it was pretty easy.
Yes, sir.
So you just have to 12 divided by 2 becomes 6. So option 2 is also correct. Okay, 12th question. Are you able to do it?
So
So 13th.
start, please.
The 12th you have done, right? Okay.
So the 12th one. Yes, sir.
Okay, the 13th is how many? Okay.
So 12th.
12th you are not able to do? Okay.
So I was, but I still have some.
Yes, sir. I was also 12.
Okay. Okay. Let's say that I know that 10 matches are played between girls, right? Where both the opponents are girls, right? 105 between boys, right? So from these two, first I have to find the number of girls and number of boys. Okay. Let's say number of girls be X. Okay. Then in how many ways can matches be played is XC2, because for a match I need 2 players out of the X.
Yes, sir.
And I know that 10 matches are played because there are 10 ways to select. So it comes out XX minus 1 by 2 is equals to 10. So x square minus x is equals to 20. On solving, you will get x is equals to 5 and minus 4. So number of girls can't be negative, right? The number of girls I got is 5. It is clear till this?
Yes, sir. And the boys will be 20, I guess.
Yeah, similarly, boys to
Boys
make a
would
match,
be-
YC2. Okay, so again, you will solve the equation like that, and you will get y is equals to 15 and minus 40 cannot be negative, so number of boys are 15. So in total now I have 5 girls and 15 boys, right? So total number of participants is 20. It is clear till this step, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now how many matches can be played between the 20 participants is 20C2, right? Out of which I know 10 matches are played in which both are girls and 105 matches are played in which both are boys. So subtracting this, I will get the matches where one is boy and one is girl.
I didn't subtract. Sir. I
Okay.
just took 20C2.
So it will be 75 answer. Okay. You got the reason to subtract, right? Total number of
Yes.
matches minus.
So it is not coming 75.
Why it's not coming? 20C2 is 190. Minus 10.
Yes, sir. Yes.
180 minus 105.
So it's 75.
Yes.
Okay, question number 13. What was I mentioning? Okay.
Yes, sir, I have a problem with 13.
Sir, it is a very long song. So.
Oh no, it's not. Let me see the number. 999 that's under 10,000. Okay.
So basically 4-digit number.
So it will be 4-digit number, right?
Yeah, you have to make 4-digit number. So let's see the total number of ways you can make. Okay. On first page, except 0, anything can be here.
9.
9 ways. Second, 10. Third, any 4, 10, right?
10C3.
10 cube into 9. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now calculate the cases when 5 is not present. So on first place, 0 is not possible and 5 is not possible. Number of ways to fill is 8. 5 is not possible. 9. 5 is not possible. 9. Possible 9. So 9 cube times 8. So number of ways in which at least 1 5 will be here is
Subtraction.
okay.
Yes.
How this
If
5
you-
is not possible, sir?
I have to find the cases when at least 1 5 is present, right? So instead I am finding the cases when 5 is not present and subtracting it from the total cases. In this many cases, 5 will be present at least once.
The 5
So
is
it's
not
all
possible. How many
Sir,
cases
I was doing it
without
in another way.
In other way, you will have to make cases. First, you have to take that only 1 5 is here. Only 1 5
Yes, sir.
can be arranged in 4 ways.
If it
and
can be
then-
1 5, then it can be 4 ways, yes, sir.
And also you have to make
Yeah.
in that also you have to make cases that 5 is if 5 is at first position or 5 is at some other position.
So there will be number of this, right?
If 5 is at first position, then you can have any of them here. Okay. If 5 is not at first position, then first we'll have 9. Suppose this has 5. So it will be many cases. Then you have to-
3900, sir.
Then you have to make cases when 2 5 are there and like that.
Only 1 5 is there.
Sir, if there is only 1 5 there, then there are total, I think, 3900 cases. Sir, it
How?
exceeds 3168. Sir, if
No.
5 is on the first place.
Yeah, then 1000 cases.
Yes, sir.
900 cases. 1900.
Yes, sir.
Then for both the cases, when 5 is
But
at
if
first
5 is
and
on the
5 is
third
not.
place.
It's considered here. It's considered here only.
Third place and fourth place.
It's considered here only. Okay. Then you have to take 2 5s. So it will be many cases. You
3 5
you will keep on doing it.
Okay.
So just do the subtract approach whenever possible.
So, so 9 cube, 9 cube into 8 is in cases where with a subtract approach, you can just show it for a second.
Yeah,
So
subtracting
it
is
is, so total number, can you just show for the second particular equation? Total number of possible ways minus it's
when
just
5
9
is
cube.
not 5 is not present.
Not present, right?
Yeah.
That will, so 10 cube minus 9, 10 cube into 9 minus cases where 5 is not present, 9 cube will give the cases where only 1 5 is present.
At least 1 5.
At least 1 5.
At least what we interpret from the at least one, sir. At least one means
At least 1 means 1 5 can be here, 2 5 can be here,
2 5
3 5 or 4 5 can be here.
then how
You have to make cases for all of them. And we will keep on doing that for I think 15 minutes at least.
and when 5 will not be there, then
Yeah.
at least 1 5 is not there, or all the 5s are not there.
All the 5s are not there. Number of 5 equal to 0.
Okay, there is no 5 at all in the number.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Then
that will be only 9 5. 5 will be deleted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from the
8
first
to
place,
9.
0 is also deleted. So
Right.
okay, it's clear now. Question number 14. You were able
Yes,
to do
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can you please explain that?
Questions are first questions.
The 14 I have a doubt.
Okay, 14. Okay. 15. Anyone have doubt? And we'll look 14.
15, no doubt, sir.
Okay, 15
15
was
answer.
pretty. Or 15 was
Sir, explain 14.
okay. Okay, I will move to 14 then. 15, you have to make the words. Okay, you have to first make two alphabet word, which can be done in I think 5c2 times 2 factorial 5p2 ways. So 3 word can be done in 5p3, then 5p4, then 5p5. Adding them, you will get 320. Okay, 14th question. Let's do it. What are total number of ways?
So one doubt for 15.
Yeah.
The question says find the number of words that can be formed from 5 distinct alphabets. So first, do we have to select those 5 alphabets from the 26 alphabets?
No. You have just 5 distinct alphabets.
But how do we know that? How do we understand that?
It is given that you have to do that from 5.
Here we will use permutation because it is distinct alphabet, right?
Yeah, and you have to arrange them in different orders.
And we can take 2, at least 2, and more than that.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
So 5p2, 5p3, 5p4, and 5p5.
Okay.
So what was the answer, sir?
320. Right? 5p2 plus 5p3 plus 5p4 plus 5p5.
Okay.
Okay, let's last 14th question. I think I'm done with that after. Okay, so in total, we have 75 balls, right? And I have 4 groups. Let's say group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. all of
Sorry to
them will,
interrupt, sir.
yeah.
But sir, in the previous question,
Which one?
The 320 answer one.
Yeah.
Can we do total minus that no that no balls?
Total minus no balls. Which question? 320 was alphabets. You have to arrange that.
Sorry. That matlab total minus no alphabets because it is 2 or more at a time.
1 minus 0.
1 minus 0.
One
Sorry.
Taking 1 and taking 0, we can subtract, we can take in all the.
So because in this we will have multiple cases.
Yeah, but how will you do that? You cannot.
No, sir, we can select all the things. So from that we can subtract we are taking 1 and we are taking 2. So we will be getting that. No,
No, how
What
will
do
you
you think?
select? You have 5 distinct alphabet, right?
Yes.
Okay. So first you have to select any to make it. First we are making 2-letter word. Okay.
Yes.
So first I have to select 2 out of these 5, or I have to arrange these 5 at 2 places, which can be done in 5 to 2 ways.
Yes, sir.
Then 3-letter
Actually,
word
we
I
can subtract 5 factorial from.
No, you cannot do that. 5 factorial means you are arranging all the 5 words.
So from that we can subtract that 5p1 and 5p2.
Okay, then you are taking the case all the 5-letter word is formed.
Yes, sir.
So that's 5p5, that's 5p4. You have to add them all. So it comes out to be 20, 60, 120 and 120.
And there are ways we can reduce the number of cases and find the answer.
In this, I think this is the least number of cases you can have. You cannot do the subtraction from here.
And if suppose the same questions goes in bigger powers, like 7 or more, and then the alphabets are from 20 till 26. So we
You
have to
won't
follow
be
the
given
same.
such question. You won't be given such question.
Okay.
No, you have to calculate. Okay, let's move to the 14th one. Okay, I think we have 75 balls, right? And we have 4 groups: G1, G2, G3, and G4, right? I know at least all of them will take 15 balls. So I first distribute them 15 balls each. Okay. So 60 balls are gone. I'm left with 15 balls only, right? Now I have to distribute these 15 balls among the 4 groups. And it is possible that one group will receive 0, other may receive all the 15, or it may receive 1, it may receive 5, and then 4, 0, 15, 0, 0. Anything is possible, right? And here balls are also not distinct. Balls are identical. All the balls are same. So the formula to do that is n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. 15 balls, which is n, and to be distributed to 4 groups.
How was this formula?
Yeah, I will get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, just put in the value 15 plus 4, 19 minus 1, 18, C3. Okay, that was the answer. Okay, so now, yeah.
So for each ball, it has 4 choices. So shouldn't it go to the power 15?
For each ball, it have 4 choices. No, it should not be. For all the 4 balls are identical. That's not distinct.
So even if they're identical, each ball can be put to any of the 4 teams. So
No, that's for the distinct thing only. Sure, okay. In identical, we use that formula. Let me just show you why we use this. Okay. So suppose group 1 received X balls, okay? Group 2 received Y balls, group 3 received Z, and group 4 received P balls, okay? Let me draw a number line. It's 0, 1, 2. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. So let's not move to the fourth thing. Let's just move to some smaller. Let's suppose A plus B equal to 15. Okay. So in how many ways can you do that? It just simply means in how many ways. See, there are 14 spaces. 1 space, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 spaces, right? So I can put any line over here. Let's suppose I'm putting a line over here. What it essentially means is all this region belongs to A and the remaining belongs to B. So it means A is equals to 7, B is equals to 8. This is one of the solution. Another way, I draw a line here. So A is equals to 5, B is equals to 10, 6 to 15. So I can draw a line anywhere, right? So yeah. Now let's come to the fourth thing. So now 4 balls can be distributed. It is possible that one may go here. Okay. For, as you notice, for 2, I need only one line, right? For 4, I will need 3 lines because it will divide it into 4 parts. I suppose I draw a line here and here. So X received 0 balls. Okay. And Y received 6 balls. 7, 8, 9. Z received 3 balls and remaining 6 goes to P, right? This is one way. Similarly, in how many ways I can do is I have these 15 balls. Okay. Plus I also have to arrange these 3 bars. I have to select these 3 bars also. 3. And I have to choose only these 3 to arrange it. So that's the way. Or another way is n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1, because for 4 we were doing 3 bars only. So that's r minus 1 equals 3.
Okay, so thanks.
I think this was something new. Sir.
Yes.
This was not taught in
Yeah, it
lectures
was
or
something
any
new.
previous live sessions.
Not getting,
yeah.
sir.
Sir, can you please summarize this, the formula for
The proper way, sir.
like
How to
if
approach this?
we have to note it down.
Yeah, if identical things you have to do, distribute. Identical, suppose R balls you have to distribute. Here R was to R groups. Identical and things to R groups. Actually, this question was in previous term quiz too. So you can identify the label. Okay, so N plus, for R groups we need R minus 1 dividers, right? So plus R minus 1 C, and in those R minus 1 divided can go here. This is the formula. So here 15 balls are to be distributed to 4 groups. C3. So in case of identical things, you have to use this.
This formula is, sir, not understanding how actual situation will.
And that's what I just explained by that number line, right? Okay, we want to see some. Yeah. Okay, and I think we are done with mock. Anything else? Anything from the
Yes,
quiz one?
so quiz 1, question number 29.
Okay, which set you have to tell me the question exactly, I think.
So I think the question number 29 is same for every set.
Okay. 25.
29, sir.
29. This one?
Yes, so
Standardization. Okay, I will do this in live session also. Sample standardization is 15. Population is 14. Okay. Sample is 15. Population is 14, right? Variance. Okay. Is it standard deviation or variance? No. Standard deviation.
Standard deviation.
Okay, so standard deviation. Okay, so sample variance. Do you know the formula for this? Variance. 1 by n minus 1 summation xi minus x bar whole square, right? And sample standard deviation that will be noted by this. It will be under root of this thing, right? I know its values is 15. 15, I am taking that root n minus 1 over here. Okay, this is my equation 1. Population standard deviation that will be denoted by this is this, and I know its values is 14. Let me take root n that side, and it comes out to be this. This is my equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, you can see that RHS is same for both. So LHS should also be same. Okay, now squaring both sides, you get 196 and 25 and minus 1, which is 6.
But on the in the second equation there is a square, so it's not same maybe.
Oh yeah, it's also square here. Missed it. Square, right? I took root n minus 1 to that side only.
Yes.
Okay. So it will be 225 equal to some, I think 29 only.
It's 29.
So it will come out something 7.76, which is approximately 8. Okay.
Sir, one more query for quiz 1.
Yeah.
There was a question regarding that a class is distributed in 2 groups for their examination answer sheets to be checked from teacher A and B, and some then where we need to calculate the final standard some variance.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Just one more thing is mentioned, enter the value as next highest integer. So even if you are getting answer as 7.1, you have to enter 8.
Okay.
Next highest integer it is mentioned. Yeah, the question you are referring, I think, is somewhat.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So can I ask question of week 5? Week 6, week 6?
Yeah, 1 minute, let me solve this out first. I think this question, right?
Yeah, yes sir, this one. So how to solve it?
Okay, so it's written here. Let me just note it down. Okay, let's do it. You were able to solve for the mean. Let me just do it quickly. Okay, so there are 2 teacher A and B, right?
Yes,
Teacher
sir.
A checked paper for
20 students.
Mean and population checked by teacher A. Okay, 20 students and did for 30. The mean is for its 50 and it's 60 here, right? and variance, it's population variance. Okay, population variance, it's 16 here and it's 25 here, right? This is the information given to you. Okay,
Yes.
first you have to find the mean marks obtained by them, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So I know for A, my mean is 50.
Yeah.
The formula will be total divided by number of papers he checked is 20.
Yes.
So I got TA as 50 into 20,000. Right?
Correct.
Similarly, for mean of B is 60.
Mhm.
50 by 30 is equals to 60. So I got is 1800.
Yeah.
So class total will be sum of both
Yes.
2800. Total number of students 50.
Yes.
56 is the average.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now let's just move to the standard. This was the first question. Standard deviation was second.
Yes. So
But you have
up
to
to
use
here,
this answer.
yeah, up to here I was able to calculate it.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, we know that our joint mean is that's 56, right?
Yep.
Now we have to find the population variance. Let's do the population variance.
Yes, we need to calculate population variance.
Okay, 1 over n summation. I'm calculating for all the 50 data, right? 50 data points. So I have to take that mean only, because I am doing for all the 50, and for 50 the mean is 56.
56.
Yes.
Okay. Let me break it. It's I grown from 1 to 50, right? My n is 50. Let me just break it. 1 to 20. These 20 students are checked by A. Okay. Plus, and these 21 to 50 are checked by B. That's what I am assuming. Okay. I can do that, right? I can just break it.
Yes, sir.
So 1 by 50. What I am doing over here is I am adding and subtracting the mean of A. Okay, and let me just make it a pair. This is a pair, this is a pair, this is a pair, and this is a pair. So consider this as A, B. So A plus B whole square will open, right? Let me just consider this term only for now. So A square summation is here. Okay. A square plus B square plus twice of AB, right? Bar and say bar minus M. Right, this is clear. Let me just erase it a bit.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's take the summation. 1 to 20. This thing will take as it is. Nothing change. Right. This is a constant. So adding constant 20 times is just 20 times this. Right. And the constants comes out. Summation xi minus xa bar. I goes from 1 to 20. Okay. Let me just open this term for you a bit also. This will be summation xi minus 20 times xa bar, right? Xa bar is what? Is the sum of those 20 divided by 20. So 20 times xa bar is this thing. So it gets cancelled out, right? So it becomes 0. So my this whole terms becomes 0. So I'm left with only this thing here. It is clear till this step?
No, sir.
Okay, what is the doubt?
Here,
Which step?
last but first.
This one?
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. In between my broadband disconnected. Actually, I missed in between part.
You can check it on YouTube later. So
Yeah.
we have reached till here. So here I'm opening this summation. So summation xi minus 20 times xa bar, right? Xa bar is what? Sum of those 20 observation divided by 20. So if 20 goes here, it becomes 20 times xa bar equal to this thing. So I just put in this here. So this thing becomes 0. So this whole terms become 0. I am left with only this portion now, these two terms. Right. Okay. So now this thing also. Now this is for A. For A, I know population variance is 16. 16 is what? 1 by 20 summation xi minus xa bar whole square. I goes from 1 to 20, right? So I get the value of this thing as 16 times 20, which is 320, right? So I will put the value here. It will become 320 plus 20 times xa bar was 50 minus m was 56. We obtained combining. So it comes out to be 320 plus 20 times 6 square, which is 36. So 320 plus 720, which is 1040. We did for this only, right? Similarly, you have to do for this. And then divide by
Okay.
50, you will get the answer.
Only one part we did it.
Yeah.
A similar approach I applied over there, but my answer was very different from the required one. Because in such case, are both differences either it is negative or positive with the previous mean, so it will get added with the square one, right?
Yeah.
So for another one over here we have the 6 square, then for the different another one we will have the 4 square.
Yeah, 16.
Right, and in both it will get added, and after that I was calculated something 71 point.
Okay, let's just do it. Okay, let's do it. So here it's 20 times the variance, right? So for B it will be the 30 times the variance, right?
Yeah.
Because here we will divide by 30 and I goes from 1 to 30, right? Plus 30 times 16. So it will be 750 plus 480. So it comes out to be 1230. And then it comes out to be 2270 by 550. 227 by 4. I think this is the answer. Something around 45.4. If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
The answer was something like this.
It is for, I think this is sample variance, the computed population variance. So inside,
I have
in
another
another set, it was population variance.
Yeah, in my side it was the population one.
So answer was 45.4. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a query from graded assignment 7, number 1.
Grid assignment 7. Due date has passed. Okay. What is the priority that there are exactly 11 parts are to be placed. 13 P2. Okay. You also have same values, 11 boys, 2 girls.
Yes, sir, but the probability term is not matching actually.
It's mentioned for everyone. Not possible. It's not mentioned for you. So I think you want me to do this or it is clear now?
Yes, it would be helpful.
Okay. Okay. So 11 boys, 2 girls. We have to place. So we have in total 13 places, right? In how many ways I can place 2 girls is 13p2. Total ways to arrange girls, right? Now I want exactly 4 boys. Is it exactly 4, right? Exactly 4 boys, yeah. So in how many ways? If it is possible, I placed girl at first place, then 4 boys. That's a second, third, fourth, and 5th place. These 4 places are occupied by boys. Then the second girl, right? So it is possible that I arrange first girl at 1 and another at 6. Similarly, first at second and another at 7, because third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place will be taken by boys. Third, eighth, fourth, ninth, fifth, and 10th, sixth, and 11th, right? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. Also, it is possible that girls can be arranged. The girls placed at 6th place is now placed at first place. So number of cases doubled. So it's 12 by 13p2. This is my favorable cases, 12. Of course. Okay. Is it clear?
Sir, but the answer is 16 by 13 people.
I may have missed some case, is it? Okay, I may have missed some case.
Sir, actually it is 13 places, na? 11
Yeah,
boys plus 2
okay.
girls.
Oh yeah, it was 13 places. I missed 2 places.
Yeah, so 2 more places will be there.
6, 11, 7, 12, and 8, 13. So 8 cases, 8 times 2 is 16.
So actually, sir, I took the entire 13 factorial, all that things. I did
Ah,
not consider
no,
only girls.
don't do that because it is you are only interested in the girls arrangement, right?
Okay, sir. I got
You are
it.
only arrangement.
Yeah.
That's
So question
Thank
number
you,
3
sir.
as well from the same assignment. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. And eighth also, sir.
okay. First, third, you have to just at least 2 of his prediction is correct. You just have to
Sir, in
make
sir,
cases. Yeah.
sir, in first one only, why we have used 13p2 only? Like we have in total, like we have to arrange only girls. Why?
Yeah, because I'm only interested in the arrangement of girls. That there is exactly 4 boys between the 2 girls. I don't care about the arrangement of boys. I only care about where the girls are placed. And there should be any 4 boys. It doesn't matter which 4 boys are. So I just placed 2 girls in 13 places. These are total number of ways. And my favorable cases are there exactly 4. So I placed first girl at first position, then second, third, fourth, and fifth position occupied by boys, then sixth position goes to girl. Then I placed girl at second position and then 4 boys and
Yes, sir.
then 7. So that's why you didn't consider boys because I'm only interested in placing the girls over here.
Yeah, sir, in question 3, the answer is not matching actually. The cases we have, I made 2 to 3 cases, like at least 2 correct, right? So
Yeah.
he's making 3 uh, assumptions. So we may have 2 or 3. So these 2 cases will be there only.
Yeah.
Right. So, but
So
answer is not getting matched.
okay, you
Total
may have
3 cases will be there, sir.
no total 4 cases will be there.
Correct,
Okay,
sir.
actually in my assignment the figures are some different.
Yeah,
So
that's why. Just tell
Yeah,
me the
different
figures.
question was there.
no,
Everyone has different
question is same, only figures are different only.
Okay, so
Figures are
let me
different,
tell you
yeah.
the cases. Okay. I don't know what it has a
Uh,
Titan, Rolex, and
yeah, Titan, Rolex, and Fossil, and it is
Fossil.
3 out of 6 for Titan, 3 out of 8 for Rolex, and 2 out of 4 is for Fossil.
okay, you can look at let's just do the case. Case one is he got Titan and Rolex correct.
Correct.
So it will be 3 by 6, 2 by 8, 1 minus 2.
2 by 8 or so 3?
3 by
3
8.
by 8. Yeah.
Okay, 1 minus Rolex. This fossil is wrong, right? Case 2, Titan and fossil. Right.
Right.
So this one first case, sir. Case 1, please. Network was down, sir. Please.
Case
First
1
case.
is he got Titan and Rolex correct.
Okay.
And fossil is wrong. So 1 minus 2 by 4.
1 minus 2.
Okay, that part we missed over
Then
there.
here Titan and fossil right, but Rolex is wrong. So now you can do it, I think. Rolex fossil. And
Yeah,
case
actually
4 is
we missed that incorrect part. That is 1 minus 2 by 4.
That's okay, sir. But the thing is, if we add all these ones, it is crossing one, sir. Answer is crossing more than one.
Oh, it
So,
won't cross 1. It's not in any case. Check your calculation. It will not. Okay, question number 8. It's easy. You have to select one shirt from the 7C1, 4C1, 12C1. And total number of ways to do is 7, 11. You have to select 3 clothes out of 23. 7, 4, 12. 7 shirt, 4 pants, and 12 t-shirt. Maybe different for you. Okay. I have to select all different, right? I'm selecting only 3. So I can do 1, 12P1. This is my favorable cases. Total number of cases is total clothes are 7 for 11, 23. I have to select 3 out of 23. This is the answer. That's for this. Yeah, are of different types. Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 11 as well.
Question number 11. Okay, that's you have to make cases.
Yeah, sir, we made the cases. Actually, we have 6 combinations over here for ABC. And out of those 6,
We
4
will release the solution. You can check it there. We are releasing the solution for that.
right, sir. How the denominator is coming 27, sir?
It will come. We will release it. You will get to know.
And
Okay.
12th one, sir? Last
12th one as well.
The question is wrong. It will be scrapped.
Okay. It should be PA.
It's B bar over here actually in the C and D part. So option C was correct. B bar.
Okay, but should be the option 1, because if both are exclusive and disjoint, so
No.
the same doubt for me also.
Say A is this,
Yeah.
B is this. The probability of A is obviously less than probability of B in such cases. How are they equal? This is my sample space. A covers only this much area, B covers this much area.
So much of description is not there in the question, sir.
So yeah, we have asked always. You have to consider all the case.
Yeah,
Always.
always. So
Sir,
always is
anyways, there are some X Y kind of thing mutually exclusive or let us say
mutually exclusive
disjoint
means
diamonds.
they are disjoint. Yeah. So what answer was
How
correct
can
is
you find that magnitude kind of thing, sir? That is my question.
yeah, it is
One is big, one is small.
I can take other one is big and other one is small.
That's
I can
all. That's
interchange
all.
them. Yeah, I have to find in general which condition will always be true irrespective of what is their size.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir. Even though if you put B bar also, how it will be correct, sir?
Okay, let me just show you. Okay. It's week 7. Okay.
Sir, in that last question which you just now showed, why won't that another option be correct? Like P of B is greater than equals to P of A. And
Yeah,
then if the events are swapped.
Yeah, but okay, let me share this. I'm not sharing. I can see. Okay, so here the question is always true, right? Always. So
Yes,
here it's probability B greater than probability A, But suppose this case, this is B and this is A, then the condition goes wrong. So this is not an always case. Okay, so what approach we used here is, it is disjoint. Disjoint means A intersection B is null set, right?
Yes, sir.
So in other words, but I can write A as A intersection B union A intersection B bar. This thing is clear? Okay, so this A intersection B is phi. So phi union intersection B bar, so it comes
one?
A
B bar?
intersection. Sorry?
So first one answer B bar.
B bar, suppose these are the cases A and B. This is A, this is B.
Yeah.
A intersection B, this thing.
Yeah.
A intersection B bar, this thing.
A intersection B bar means?
B bar means area which is not in B, but in A.
Okay.
So this will complete the A. So that's what we wrote here.
Okay, okay.
Now you know that this A intersection B is phi in this case. So you are left with A intersection B bar.
Will it be equal to total union kind of things, sir, in your words? I mean,
Yeah.
A intersection B bar.
Yeah. So A is a subset of B bar because A equal to A intersection B bar. So we can say probability of A is less than equal to probability of B bar. A intersection B bar.
B bar is B complement, na, sir?
Yeah.
B bar is B complement, right?
Yeah, B complement. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Then A is again, it will be there, na, sir? In the B bar.
okay, another way let's just go graphically. I think that will be easy for you. Okay, this is A, this is B, right?
Right, sir. They are disjoint and no connection is at all there.
Okay, let's just go graphically. A
Shall we?
What is B bar? What is B bar? B bar is
Please mark B, sir. I mean to say shade the B, then we can understand that.
Hello, 1 minute. This is my B bar.
Totally A. Okay. Yes, sir. Correct.
Except B. This is my B bar, right? True. And A is only this portion. You can clearly see that probability of B bar is greater than probability. It is possible that it may be equal.
Okay. When you have written that one, I have misled, sir. Actually, A intersection B bar means.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there is a question in a practice assignment, a concentric circle wala. Sir, many times people explain, but I am not able to understand.
Which question?
It's a concentric circle in practice assignment 6.
Oh, practice assignment 6. Okay, the setting arrangement time.
Yes, sir, Priya.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, what was it? This one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so red girls were playing during this 4 of them will sit
Sir,
on.
linear arrangement part in the upper
Yeah,
circle.
it is because this is the thing. This is the thing, right? When we consider a circle, we don't know what is the starting point. This and this point are kind of same, right? If I have to place only one, if I place here or if I place here, they both are the same, right? Because I don't know how circle is starting. Either its starting point is this or this, right? So here I know that Priya is sitting here, right? So
second circle.
Yeah, in first Priya sitting in second circle.
Yes.
Okay, Priya sitting here. Okay, so in inner circle I have to again arrange the 4 of them, right? So now suppose if I do this A, B, C, D, okay, in circular thing, these two are the same thing, right? Both of them are same. It's A, B, C, D. It's A, B, C, D. Right?
Yes, sir.
But here it will not be same. Let me just do both the cases. A, B, C, D. Okay, here these two are different because in first case, A is sitting in front of Priya, but in second case, D is sitting in front of Priya. So we don't consider the inner arrangement as circular, we consider it as linear. Because in circular, these two arrangements should be same, right? But here it won't be same because in first arrangement, A is front of Priya and second D is front of Priya, right?
But upper circle is also arranging now. So that
Yeah,
Priya is fixed.
in upper circle, we have arranged them in 3 factorial ways, right? And assume one case when Priya is sitting here.
Oh.
Okay,
Actually,
that,
we can rephrase it like in outer circle, we don't have any reference point that where should Priya sit.
yeah.
But in the
But
inner circle, we have a reference point because it is respective to the seat of Priya.
yeah,
Right. So that's why inner one will be the linear and the outer one will be the
yeah,
circular.
because in inner one, these two are different cases, not the same, like in the circular. So that's why it's linear.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think we can end for today now. It's time is up a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You all can leave. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Yeah.